Season 2, I think, starts off with, like, equally as horrific of an event as Season 1. Because you've got, obviously, the fallout of Lucerys' death, but Daemon orders the assassination of Aemond.
Yeah,
And
son
it
for a
doesn't really
son.
go to plan. Yeah, it doesn't go to plan, though. And instead we get the beheading of a little child. The trauma developed on poor Helena, as she has to watch and even sacrifice her own kid. It's a lot. It was a lot. While her mum is shagging Kristen Cole.
Yeah. Like in the middle of all of that. And she's like
Yeah,
freaking the fuck out. Does they lose the boy, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
She has the opportunity to kind of give them the girl because the rat catchers can't tell the difference. But I think in her mind in that moment, she's like, I don't want to burden you with the life that you're gonna have to lead if you survive, basically. Like, that
Yeah.
kid would have become king. He was gonna be the next in line after Aegon.
Yeah.
So that's in my mind, because I know that, like, she's not always there mentally for whatever reason is going on with, like, her and, you know, being a dragon seer and that kind of stuff. She's clearly got a lot going on in her brain, but I think that that was, like, a very thought out decision by her, and she was like, I'm kind of doing you a mercy here, as fucked up as that is. We
I
also
could see
got,
that.
yeah, that's how I kind of, because I don't want to, I don't know, I see a lot of people think that Helena is just fucking, like, stupid and dumb,
Well,
and,
I
like, they
mean,
don't
when
understand the
they
decision
did
there.
when they did the thing, they were gonna kill the girl because they were like, "Oh, she's lying. Why would she tell us the truth?" But then they
Yeah,
look at her and they're like, "No, she's not lying." So
yeah,
maybe she was trying to fake him out because she thought that they wouldn't go for what she picked. You know, you never know. Maybe she was thinking two steps ahead of them. But then
yeah.
they kind of figured it out.
We get to catch up with Jace, who is in the north visiting the Wall. This was your first time seeing the Wall. You've kind of seen it a lot more now that we've watched
Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
I understand a lot
And
more too.
yeah, yeah, we get to see Cregan Stark, Ned Stark's ancestor, which I think is a lot cooler
Yeah.
now that you've seen Game of Thrones. You're like,
Now
oh
that
yeah,
I
that's a
fucking
Stark.
know who Ned Stark is.
Yeah, and so yeah, they behead the wrong kid, and that's episode 1. I think I don't know if Jace travels back this episode. I think he travels back next episode. I'm not too sure. I can't remember if it's first episode or second episode that Rhaenyra finds the remains of Lucerys as well, but she does find the dragon wings like washed up on the coastline.
Yeah. And his like little outfit too.
Yeah, he got fucked up
Yeah.
real bad. So, episode 2, we got the twin attack. Aegon fully commits to the war after the death of his son, obviously. He
Yeah,
hangs all the rat catchers.
he goes balls to the wall about it. At first he was like not he didn't even want to be king, and then this happens and he's like, fuck all these people. I want everybody dead.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, let's just go over there and burn Dragonstone to the ground with Vhagar.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I get it. You've just lost your son. It's understandable. Fair enough. But it's clearly not the best idea. And Otto is like firmly trying to calm him down and stuff, and he ends up removing Otto as his hand and
Which was a
placing Kristen
crazy
Cole.
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even though
I
we
did not
hate
expect
Otto,
that.
he was still a little bit more sound mind than Kristen
And
Cole.
just considering like the reason he's king in the first place is because of what Otto has done, right?
Yeah.
So like if anyone, but to be honest, it was smart of Aemon. I mean, no, sorry, not Aemon. of Aegon, because the only reason Otto wanted him to be king is so that he would do what Otto wanted, right? And
Yeah.
Alicent is the same, where she's just trying to get him to do whatever she wants, which what they want right now is kind of the better option, because it's the let's not kill everybody option, but that's not what he wants to hear. So he's
Yeah.
like, get the fuck, get out of here. You don't need to be here anymore. And literally, like, he sends him back to, where is it? Old Town? That place.
Old Town, yeah.
Yeah. Sends him
Basically
right back
exiles
home.
Otto.
Yep.
So, with Criston Cole as the hand, his first order of business is assassinate Rhaenyra. So he gets the two twins, Arik and Eric. One of them is on Dragonstone, and one of them is on Team Green. And he sends. I can't remember which one's which. I think Arik might be Team Green, and Eric might be Team Black.
I think you just said Eric twice.
Arik. So, sends him over. This came out as well in the same year that we got a lot of twin-related stuff in media.
Right.
It was very, very weird. There was a lot of twin stuff going on in the year that it came out. I think there was I think The Acolyte for Star Wars was coming out at the exact same time as this, and that also had like a twin bait and switch storyline. It was weird. We've
Big
got
year for twins.
Yeah, big year for twins, and for once in this show they're not shagging each other.
Thank God.
So Alicent and Helena parade Jaehaerys's body through the streets and try and garner sympathy. The twins situation's going on. One of the twins is going to assassinate Rhaenyra, but the other twin stops them. Both of them die. And just shit's going wrong from the inside on both of them, because Daemon ends up leaving because Rhaenyra doesn't trust him. So he leaves to go gather troops at Harrenhal. And over on the other side, Aemond is making such a hard push, and Alicent's getting pushed out more and more. And it's just, while they're fighting each other, they're also kind of like falling apart from the inside.
Yeah, Alicent is starting to be ignored, which I do think is ironic, considering she did start this whole like, let's not let the woman be in charge thing, and now she's surprised why they won't let the woman be in charge. But you know, it is what it is. Everyone's got to learn sometime. But yeah, it's not going very well for her. And then yeah, Daemon is like still jealous of Rhaenyra, and it's very, very obvious that he wishes that he was king. I mean, that's his whole arc for this season, is that he is struggling with the fact that he's not king, and that he's not fighting a battle to be king. He's fighting for someone else to be ruler of like the Seven Kingdoms. But yeah, it's bad here, because they do get into it, and then he like attacks Rhaenyra, and then she sends him away. Yeah, but he's like, yeah, doing his own thing, soul searching.
Which, I don't know, like, the season gets a lot of flack specifically for his story going on, but if at this period in the books, if Daemon doesn't really have much to do, like he just goes to Harrenhal and there are actually troops there for him to get, like, I feel like that's a lot better for him to at least go through some sort of character development than if he's just kind of sat around in the background the entire time at Dragonstone.
Yeah, it's gonna make more sense if he comes back and he's like ready to actually help Rhaenyra, that he goes through like what he goes through there, because right now like he's not looking to help Rhaenyra. He's looking to help himself through Rhaenyra. So like you need to give him his own little arc to go through. Otherwise it'll just be it'll be background bullshit, and nobody would care about it.
So for episode 3, we don't get to see it, but we get to see the aftermath of it, like the before, what started it, and then the immediate aftermath. But we get the Battle of the Burning Mill between the Brackens and the Blackwoods, which are the rivaling families. It's been kind of a running theme with these two families that they just fucking hate each other, and they're both on different sides.
Yeah, isn't that... And it's started to be stoked from both sides, right? Like...
Yeah.
Because they're like siding with different parts of the kingdom right now.
Yeah, the initial battle, like, you get to see the interaction where one of them says something to the other, and they're like, oh, well, Rhaenyra's not the rightful queen, and it kind of
Right.
just spurs from there. And the
Kind of
scene
like the Cold
flashes
War.
forward. Yeah, pretty much. The scene flashes forward, and you just see, like, the fucking windmill in the background is burning, and just this field of like 1,000 men that are all dead.
Yeah.
It looks insane. And I quite like the effect of, to a degree, I wish we could have seen it, obviously, but it's not, they're not families that we're focused on, so it kind of makes sense. I'm glad that we still got to see, like, oh, like, this is happening, sort of thing. Even though, you know, if they had focused on some of the Brackens and Blackwoods a little bit earlier on, then it might have justified showing the entire battle.
Yeah.
But I also just like the idea that these battles are probably taking place all over all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of adds to just, you know, this is an actual war that's happening across Westeros. And it's all being spurred from the decisions that we're seeing happen in real time.
Mm-hmm. I do think it's a little bit more visually, like it stays with you more.
Yeah.
The way that they like, where they don't show you everything when it comes to that battle, because it was like, it was shocking.
I'm gonna see if I can try and find a picture of it, because it is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. I'll send you it now. But there's like the river going through, but on the land, on either side, it's just non-stop bodies. It's crazy.
Yikes.
So it's probably for the best that we didn't see it happen.
Yeah.
But it is a really striking visual, you're right. And so we get to see Daemon arrive at Harrenhal after being sent away, and there's Harwin Strong's uncle, who's just kind of sat there, chilling. He's like, we don't really have any money to do up Harrenhal. We just have enough money for food, and,
Yeah.
you know, we don't have a troop garrisoned
here. They don't even really have enough money for roofs.
No.
To the castle.
Harrenhal is just a mess. And he's like, look, if you want to take this place over, I pledge allegiance to Rhaenyra. Go for it.
Please take this place over, because I'm over it.
Yeah. And the back end of the episode, we get to see Rhaenyra leave Dragonstone to try and meet up with Alicent and talk some sense into her. She's like, we can't, like, we're either going to commit to this war or we've got to stop the whole thing. And then we get to see her in disguise at the High Sept. And, you know, we get that back and forth about the Song of Ice and Fire and Alicent misinterpreting the words of Viserys. And I think Rhaenyra's realization that this is all out of Alicent's hands at this point.
Very much so.
Yeah, even though it's not even been that long since Aegon got conquered. Since Aegon got coronated. Like, it's already just fucking spiraled. And she's like, well, I'm just gonna have to fucking clean this shit up. All because you misinterpreted a few fucking words.
And I mean, like, no one else knows about this, what is it? Prophecy of the future?
Yeah.
No one else knows about this. So, like,
Aegon's
even
vision.
if Rhaenyra's like, listen, guys, and that's not what it means, they're gonna be like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Yeah.
So, like, what's she meant to do besides finish out the war?
It's a very closely kept kind of thing to pass down through the family. It's not really just, like, screamed out, because there would be mass panic if they found out that there's going to be this awful war from, you know, supernatural beings at some stage.
Exactly.
And we need a Targaryen on the throne. So, episode 4, which, I don't know, I think this is my favourite episode of the entire show, for obvious reasons. We got the Battle of Rook's Rest, Rhaenys, declares to join the fight with the Red Queen Meleys, and they go into battle for the Blacks, and Aegon, completely drunk, mounts Sunfire and rides him into battle. We got the Greens versus Blacks, and not Aegon, fucking, I'm getting all my names mixed up now. Fucking Aemond is waiting with Vhagar in the distance. We get our first Dance of the Dragons on screen, which is pretty cool, as Sunfire and Meleys battle above Rook's Rest. What did you think of this episode?
I thought it was really well done, the way that they revealed everything. Like, we knew Vhagar was out there, but with, like, I don't know, with Aegon, like, riding his dragon in, it really fucked up the whole situation in a way I didn't expect. And then, yeah, the dragons fighting was sick as fuck. It really did show, like, this was even worse than the Battle of the Stepstones, because, like, there were both sides, and the dragons did not give a fuck who was underneath them. They were just dropping each other down. Like, it did not matter. Cover fire, like that was a fight for dragons, and even Sir Criston Cole had, like, an epiphany about the situation. He was like,
I'm in too deep here.
We're nothing compared to these dragons, and that is very, very true. Like, they're fucking crazy, especially when Vhagar comes out to, like, defend Sunfire or whatever, and, like, just torches both of them.
Yeah, well, at Aemond's command.
Yeah.
Aemond betraying his brother, because he knows that if Aegon dies here in battle, he's going to become king.
Yeah, he's the next in line for the throne.
So he takes out Aegon and Sunfire.
He tries to.
Well, yeah,
he
Aegon
seemingly
survives.
Takes him out, yeah.
I think it's a shame that we're not going to see more of Sunfire.
Yeah.
I like little Sunfire. It's not often we get to see, like, a little green dragon. But yeah, the battle between Aemond and Rhaenys with Vhagar and Meleys, and I really love that there were two scenes in particular, like, during this fight. Three. I like the one where Meleys and Sunfire are, like, twirling around and fighting each other in the sky. Just that visual.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of layoffs, I believe they sacked the visual effects team for this.
Oh, yikes.
I think that's a thing that's just happened. Holy shit. I was like, wow, I can't believe that they've done that, and they've still, like, it's not like they've even finished the show. Right. I could understand if they had finished it and they were like, right, well, we don't really need you anymore. Which still dick move, but at least it kind of makes sense.
Well, usually,
if you're not going to use something.
Usually you're contracted for, like, a certain amount of seasons. So if they were to, like, lay people off, that would be they're basically voiding the contract. So they probably did, like, plan to have them on for longer, but that's really nuts. Because they did a good job. I haven't noticed any issues with the VFX or anything like that.
Yeah, no, they've been really great. But yeah, that like Dance of the Dragons, the visual of it, I think it's literally called the first Dance of the Dragons, I'm pretty sure. And when I think fucking Meleys, like, claws Vhagar, or it might be the other way around, and they swoop down low and the boiling blood lands on people.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a cool detail, because I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah, that was scary.
But I can't imagine, like, being in that battlefield and you're watching these dragons fight, and then one of them swoops down and you get fucking boiled by their blood.
That was one of the things Criston Cole saw. And he was, like, fucked up about.
He's like, God damn.
Because it was melting their armor to their bodies. It was fucked up.
Yeah. And then what was the other one? Shit. I can't remember what the other one was. There was something else that was really fucking sick. I've lost it. It couldn't have been that good because I've forgotten it.
I thought the shot of the dragon, like, after Meleys fell, that was pretty crazy. Like, with the castle all crumbled.
I know what it was. Holy shit. Meleese gets one over on Vhagar and, like, fucking proper does her in and then, like, dips. And you get, like, a really slow motion shot of Vhagar, like, walking through the battlefield. And she's fucking stepping on people and fucking roaring.
Yeah.
That was the other shot. She went, like, full Godzilla Kaiju there. And I really fucking love when they do that. And Rhaenys gets the opportunity to leave. And she's like, no, I'm going to fucking either take this bitch out or I'm going to die trying.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she dies trying because Vhagar pulls the same move that she pulled on Lucerys, that sneak attack that she can do.
Which is crazy because she's so fucking huge. How do you miss her?
Yeah. But she fucking swoops up the side of that cliffside and chomps on Meleese's neck.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much rips her head off. And
Yeah,
Rhaenys falls to her death. And then we catch up with poor old Kristen Cole. Who just, he's going through the wars right now.
Shell-shocked as fuck.
Yeah, he goes to the crash site where Aegon is, and Aemond is about to finish Aegon off.
Oh.
And Kristen Cole stops him.
Mm.
And we get the reveal that Aegon's actually still alive somehow.
Yeah.
The dragon broke his fall, he got burnt to shit, but he's still alive, and we're going to take him back to King's Landing.
Of course.
So episode 5, they're like parading the dragon's head through the streets.
Which was crazy.
Yeah, the people didn't like it, because they're seen as like the old gods.
Yeah, this is when you told me that they're seen as like gods, and you could tell everyone was pissed about it. They were like, I can't believe it. How is it even possible?
Yeah. They're actually out here killing the dragons. Why are they doing that?
And they were really upset about it, like pissed that it was even happening, which I was surprised by. I figured they would be like scared maybe, but no, they were like really mad.
So at this point, Daemon is fully, he's starting to get his visions.
Oh my god, yeah, psychosis.
He's going for imagining that he's shagging his mum.
Oh god.
And just all sorts of shit going on. I think at this point, it's roundabout here that he speaks to Oscar Tully and tells Oscar Tully to kill his grandsire so that he can take over and join the army.
Yeah.
And Oscar's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here because I'm like 10.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not going to suffocate my granddad.
And he enjoys, he loves his granddad too.
Yeah.
It's not like they have a bad relationship or anything.
Yeah. And yeah, we get to see they're trying to peel the armor off of Aegon.
Oh god.
Aemond steps up and, he's now in charge. It's a little bit of a slower episode, but I think it needed it after what we'd just experienced.
Very much so.
So they get the idea. It's kind of Jace that suggests it. And because Rhaenyra's like, well, shit, we just lost Rhaenys. We need some dragon riders. So they're going to find people that are vaguely related to the Targaryens. People that are married into the family or... the grandson of a Targaryen that's now part of a different noble family or whatever. And they're going to see whether or not any of them want to jump on old Vermithor. Who
if they feel brave enough.
Vermithor's probably the same size as Vhagar, I'm pretty certain. Maybe a little bit smaller, I don't know. But he's a big bastard.
Yeah, he's
a scary motherfucker. He's spiky and he's got jagged teeth and he's all over the fucking place. She's talking to him like he's a nasty cat. She's got a spray bottle out and she's like, let somebody ride you, for fuck's sake. While Aemond is basically threatening Aegon and saying you're fucking useless now. I'm gonna be in charge. Don't fucking do anything. Don't tell anybody. Otherwise, I'm going to kill you.
That's crazy.
And Sea Smoke seeks out Adam, who is the sea snake's bastard, one of. We've got a couple.
Yeah, because they try to get like somebody to ride Sea Smoke, and it's someone who's like doesn't have a lot of Targaryen blood, and he gets pissed the fuck off and takes
Yes,
just
I
takes
believe it
off.
was a Dondarrion.
Yeah.
He fucking burns the shit out of him.
And he's like, I'll go find my own rider if you guys are too stupid to find me one.
Yeah, it doesn't go down very well. But he ends up seeking out Adam of Hull, and is it Adam or is it the Alan? Alan's the other guy, his brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, Adam's the dragon rider.
Yep.
But yeah, the plan is underway for the Blacks to kind of like recruit more people onto their team, and the Greens are like, we're fine, we've got Vhagar.
Which
Like,
is
whatever.
a hell of an oversight. Because now they only have Vhagar.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and don't forget the dragon that we haven't seen over at Old Town.
Yeah.
Which we get to see like super briefly at like in the last scene of the season.
Oh yeah,
But-
because you said there's another fucking...
Yeah, his
Kid.
name's like Tessarion, I think. The dragon. I think
Wow.
the kid is called Daeron. And Tessarion, I think, is like a kind of light blue.
Hmm.
Like quite a vibrant light blue. So it should be fun seeing that dragon in live action. In live action. Just seeing that dragon. Just period.
For the first time ever.
Yeah, as if this is adapting an animated thing. For fuck's sake. So, yeah, in episode 7, they've got all of their bastards. They're like, let's try it again, but with bastards. And for some reason, Jace don't like that. He's like, let's not, because you've already put us through enough.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, this'll work. This'll be fine. Why not?
Jace doesn't like it because he thinks that because they're bastards, they'll also have a claim to the throne. Because
Oh.
he's a bastard, and he's come to realize, I am a
I didn't even
bastard
pick up on
child.
that.
Yeah. So he was like, because he said it to her, he was like, you would even strip me of that right, of the right to like, to your throne. Because
yeah.
like, you're gonna make it so that I'm not special as a dragon rider, and I'm not special as a Targaryen. Yeah, no, it was a lot.
Oh,
Which,
I just thought
then
he was
she
acting
just
out. I
said-
didn't realize he was valid.
well, then she just said, you're my son, and that's what makes you, like, heir to the throne. It has nothing to do with anything else, which is also true. And he does need to internalize that, because that's all that matters at this point.
I mean,
He is the only heir to the throne.
to a degree, but it does raise a pretty fair point when you get Hugh the Hammer, who it's revealed that he's the brother of Viserys and Daemon.
Exactly.
And it's like, holy shit, if he was in the picture, he would probably be heir to the throne.
And he's got kids, too, so, like, his kids are technically
Yeah.
also part of the bloodline, you know? So it is, yeah, it's complicated.
So Ulf sort of does what he does best and bumbles around and gets himself lost in the mountains to claim a dragon after crushing her eggs. I don't know why. I have no idea why she let him claim her, but hopefully that bites her in the ass. Because what the
Seriously.
fuck? And Vermithor gets claimed by Hugh the Hammer, the blacksmith. He's like,
I like that
fucking,
guy.
bring it on, you big bastard.
Yeah. That was after the fucking torched all the people in the room. That was fucking crazy.
Vermithor was just like laughing at them. Like,
He
this is what
literally-
you bring me? But bearing in mind, Jaehaerys, Viserys and Daemon's dad, was king, was the one to last ride Vermithor. So it makes sense that, like, either Viserys, Daemon, or Hugh would be the ones to, like, claim Vermithor.
Yeah.
So I do find that pretty cool. And he kind of just he did turn into a massive cat. He was almost like purring. He was like, oh, hello. I'm happy with you being my dragon rider. And then little old Oscar Tully returns to Daemon. And he's like, well, my granddad died.
We can make some decisions now.
Yeah, he's like, you fucking set the Brackens and the Blackwoods up, and, you know, one of them got into a shitty situation with the other, started a fucking war, got wars going on left, right, and centre, and whatever.
Time to clean up.
So now, yeah, since you fucking started it, I want you to execute them. Carry out the justice that you fucking set up. So, Oscar Tully has joined, which you now know the Tullys because Catelyn Stark is a Tully.
Yep. I have learned some more information.
Even more information.
It's almost like you should watch it in the order that it comes out so that you kind of understand everything.
Yeah, so you can be like, oh, I know that name. But
I kind of do like the way that I started it, though. I think it's interesting.
I mean, I was going to say we're going in chronological order, but we're not.
No, not at all.
So, no, not at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, we got House Tully on side. House Tully's a pretty big, like, royal house to have on side, so... And at the end of the episode, Rhaenyra confronts Adam. I think it's at the end of this episode. Maybe it's actually at the start. I can't remember. I think it might be at the start. And that's what, like, reinforces her idea. But she's like, holy shit, you got sea smoke. And then the season finale, quite a lot happens, I think, in the season finale compared to what happens earlier on in the fucking season. So, some of the Dragon Riders aren't really fitting in, aka Ulf, who pisses off Jace, and you get, like, that confrontation where Jace is like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Right. Which I didn't like that guy either. We didn't like him.
Yeah, no.
He was
fun. Just fucking doing my
But
head.
he does seem like he's there for a reason, and that's to, like, be the problem child.
Yeah,
so...
he's got a narrative reason to be there.
Yeah.
So we have to put up with him and accept him.
Exactly.
Aemond demands that Helena joins the fight because, you know, they find out that Rhaenyra has now got more dragons. And he's like, holy shit, we need to increase our numbers. And she does not want to, her dragon Dreamfire. She does not want to go into battle, and she's like, look, me going into battle is not going to change the fact that your fate is already sealed and I've seen it. And he's like, oh shit.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was a really good fucking scene. And Alicent ends up leaving the Red Keep for good. She ventures off to Dragonstone to see Rhaenyra. She's like, look, I'm not involved, I'm bowing out, I'm done. Deuces.
And we get a scene gayer than the one where Rhaenyra kisses a girl.
What's gayer?
Come with me. We can run away together.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
After they've just started a war between each other.
I'm going to propose to you the same thing that Kristen Cole proposed to you, except I'm going to start a war first.
Yeah. Yay.
Jesus Christ. And it's like very, very quick, but it's revealed that Otto is being held captive somewhere, so when he got sent back to Old Town, he didn't end up going. We don't know who he's being held by. Aegon and Larys Clubfoot leave King's Landing. And
because they know that Aemon's trying to kill Aegon.
Yeah. So Larys Clubfoot's like, look, let's just get the fuck out of here. And you can fucking sit this out, let them fight it out, and then you can return as the rightful king.
Oh.
Which, to be fair, I don't like Larys Clubfoot whatsoever, but it's a good plan.
It is a good plan. It's a better plan than anybody else had.
Really solid plan. And the Lannisters have been over in Pentos, whatever, Pentos, trying to get a naval fleet. And it's the same people that were waging war in the Stepstones all those years ago.
Right.
They're like, look, Lannisters hooking up with these fucking pirate barbarian, whoever the fuck they are, like the free people over in Pentos. And, you know, we're going to take the war to the Valyrian fleet that are holding the gullet. Because if the Greens don't have the gullet, then King's Landing is not getting any food.
Right.
Which has kind of also been like a season-long story. So they're like, right, we're going to fucking take the gullet back. We're going to recruit these mercenaries. And, yeah, Lannister has one hell of a time mud fighting and... There's just a lot going on over there. And, like, the final scenes are Rhaenyra going to Harrenhal to see if Daemon will bend the knee. And he does.
Yes, he do.
I mean, it takes her dragon being perched above him to get him to actually do it, but...
That's very true.
She's like, look, this is the moment, okay? You've been away for a long time. I've needed you. You're either going to do it now or I'm going to set you fucking on fire.
I think that's a good, reasonable ask there.
Yeah.
Reasonable ultimatum.
What did you think of the finale? What did you think of season 2?
I liked it more. I thought that it picked up a lot with, like, the fighting and stuff and the war effort. I thought all that was super interesting. And I liked how all of the war had, like, an effect on the people. Like, they really tried to hammer in, like what it was doing to the, like, common folk. And, like, how it was affecting them and how it was changing their, like, decisions that they would make. And, like, that does affect who's in charge. Because as much as Aegon and Aemond and Alicent want to, like, take over, they really weren't giving the people what they needed, and they were losing the war really badly. So right now they're ending at a disadvantage, whereas in the previous season they had the advantage with everything. So
yeah. Is there anything in particular that you think you're looking forward to for, like, season 3? I know that you obviously don't know, like, the book plot, but just anything that's kind of been set up. You know, like, we watched the trailer, we know that we're going to get to see the Battle of the Gullet.
Yeah.
We've got these new Dragon Riders in play.
Yeah, I'm most excited to see what happens to Alicent when she goes back to the Red Keep. Because I'm worried she's going to just get killed off because of, like, them finding out she doesn't want them to keep being, like, the leaders there. Aemond is definitely willing to kill her, that's for sure.
I'm really intrigued to see what happens with Criston Cole.
Yeah.
Because he kind of does take a bit of a backseat on the last half of the season.
That's true.
Mostly because we didn't really focus too much on battles for the last half of the season, but I feel like I don't really know what happens to, like, the High Towers, for example, but I have, like, a rough idea of what happens to, like, Rhaenyra. I think I might even know, like, Criston Cole's end of his story. To put it bluntly without any spoilers, but, like, you know, the characters like Aemond and stuff and Daemon, there's some good shit that's gonna happen, and I'm excited to see, like, how exactly they do it, because they definitely made some changes from the book for season 2, which has garnered some controversy. Most noticeably from George R.R. Martin, who has said that, like, after season 2 and now definitively after season 3, they've changed too much and he's no longer on board with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he is kind of like, he's blamed it on the showrunner, the person behind House of the Dragon season 3.
Right.
And has said, like, look, we've tried to go back and forth and tried to adapt this fairly, but it's no longer my story. And I don't know, a lot of people have kind of said, like, look, okay, you know, we're not going to watch season 3, and, like, kind of taking a hard stand. But I'm firmly behind the idea that, like, and I don't know, maybe I'm just being fucking stupid, but I feel like I'm playing devil's advocate by saying it's fair to give it a go still.
Yeah.
I don't really care if it's not adapted accurately, because Game of Thrones isn't, to a certain extent. Like, after a certain season, they ran out of books to adapt.
Right. But they still had to finish the story.
Yeah, I think it was, like, after season 5, and season 6 is really good.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can still do good with the stories and characters that you've got going on. And, like, you know, if they did change Daemon, like I said, I feel like you've got to do something with his character. You can't, just because George R.R. Martin says, well, he sat on his ass for, you know, a year while Rhaenyra reigned as queen at Dragonstone, you can't really do that in the show. You need him doing something if you're going to have Matt Smith there.
Right. That's very true.
So, but yeah, I think the thing that probably gets me the most with House of the Dragon is, like, those big scale battles.
Yeah.
And you're just waiting for the next one. And I don't know, that's kind of sad, I guess. But at the same time, I think that's what sets it apart from the other Game of Thrones stuff.
Yeah, I do think it's with the war and everything, it is larger scale, like bigger like consequences and everything. So far we have yet to see like a large scale battle in Game of Thrones, but I have hope that we are going to see some soon. So maybe then I can compare it a little bit more accurately.
Yeah. I'll have to try and remember to ask you about what you think of it in comparison to House of the Dragon, because obviously there's like a decade difference between the two.
Yeah.
So they're working with like different budgets and stuff as well.
Which honestly, it doesn't show its age that much, the Game of Thrones show. So that's good.
The only thing, like the only difference that I can really see is like, do you know when, I think you get it with like The Walking Dead, but you can kind of see like the standard definition fuzz.
Yeah.
It's not really like as clear in HD because it's like shot differently. But
it's
other than that,
camera
like
quality and everything.
Yeah. Other than that, like it fits in perfectly, and I like that they're different paced stories, and I think it's gonna be fun kind of going through and watching House of the Dragon season 3 like unravel each week while we're watching the slow burn of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, very much.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot for you. It's fucking taking over your life, but
bruh, I know.
I'm gonna be thriving. It's like Hannibal all over again.
God.
Do you have like a favorite moment or like a favorite episode out of all of them, both seasons, or anything that like stands out the most? You know, like if someone came up to you and was like, give me a reason to watch the show.
Well, if somebody asked me, give me a reason to watch the show, it'd be dragons. They look sick as fuck, and they're
always
super fun
dragons
to watch. But the conversation with Rhaenyra and Alicent did make me cry. So, like the end conversation that they had.
Oh,
at the end of the
okay,
season.
yeah.
I was a little teary-eyed. It got to me.
You think that was probably your favorite moment?
Yeah. I don't know, just after everything that they've been through, and like I really liked their relationship as when they were younger, and to see it go so badly, but then they still somehow come around full circle to where they kind of want to be friends again. It's just like really, really heartwarming. I think it's a good character arcs on both sides.
Who is your least favorite character? You can only pick one.
Aemond.
Oh, okay.
He beat out Daemon somehow.
And Kristen Cole.
Yeah. Kristen Cole was whatever. He's just weird.
He is weird. He's a little incel. He'll specifically turn somebody off majorly and then be like, oh, I don't understand why you're reacting like that.
Literally.
But yeah, there we go. House of the Dragon seasons 1 and 2.
Who's your least favorite character?
Oh, I hadn't even thought about it. Shit. Probably Aemond.
Yeah.
I think so. I really do like the visual of him with like the outfit and the eye patch, and he looks like just such a like a fantasy rogue sort of character.
I figured you would say Aegon.
No.
You like Aegon?
No.
You're
Yeah,
cool
I'm
with
alright
Aegon?
with Aegon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with Aegon. I think that the actor does a lot of the heavy lifting for Aegon's character. The actor's very charismatic as Aegon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would probably be Aemond. I hate the fucking decisions that he makes and like the way he just treats people, and I don't know. I'm excited to see him in like a sword fight, for example. Give me a reason to like him.
Oh man, do you think he'd be good with a sword? Because I figure he'd be terrible.
No, when they showed him training at the end of season 1, he was really good.
Oh wow, I didn't think of that.
He's kind of like the Greens version of Daemon. So
That's very interesting. I'd like to see him and Jacaerys go at it.
Jacaerys. Oh yeah.
Jace, yeah.
I thought you said Jaehaerys. I was like, he's dead.
No.
Both of them. Yeah, no, that would be a cool fight. I'm curious whether or not that will happen at the Battle of the Gullet.
Oh yeah.
Because we know that Jacaerys is going to be there from the trailer.
Right.
So it'll be interesting whether or not there's got to be another dragon there, surely. It's just whether or not
Hopefully.
it's going to be Vhagar or Tessarion, or if they somehow get another.
Yeah, if not, that'll be hella one-sided.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Anything else?
Watch Game of Thrones.
Any closing
I don't
notes?
know.
Game of Thrones.
Fucking do it. Why not? It's fun.
Yeah, Game of Thrones Season 1 review coming to a screen near you.
Hell yeah.
I don't know when. Probably in like 4 weeks' time.
We'll get there. Just be patient with us.
Yeah. We can't. I don't think we can do an episode by episode breakdown for Game of Thrones though.
Yeah. That's valid.
Like maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll go through. I'll get ChatGPT to fucking to bullet point all the important parts.
Oh no. Absolutely not.
It will break down all the characters and everything.
Ugh.
All through ChatGPT.
Just do our job for us.